Hello, and thank you for watching our video on how to register a group for Steubenville Atlantic. So you're going to start right here on our website, www.steubenville.ca, and you'll click down here on the big blue Register Now button. So you'll pull up a few options here. This video is specifically about registering a group. If you're bringing anyone to the conference, you do always have to attend as a participant with a group. So the first step before any of your participants register would be this right here. Picking a group, giving it a name, and selecting how many spots you want, all of those things. So right here at the top, you do have the option to pick how many spots you want. You can always add on more spots in the future as long as we haven't sold out, but just remember that anytime you do purchase a spot, right away you'll be accountable for a $50 deposit. That's a non-refundable deposit, $50 per person. It is possible to drop spots later if you realize you've overbought, you don't need as many as you purchased. You have to drop them in writing before our drop deadline of May 3rd, 2017. But even then, you are still responsible for the $50 deposit. It's non-refundable. So just keep that in mind. Anytime you purchase a spot, you will be required to pay at least the deposit. Down here, you have the option to purchase t-shirts. The t-shirts are $20 each. There are annual limited edition conference shirts. They're different every year. They will be available for purchase during the conference at the conference bookstore, but it's always better to order online if you know that you're getting one anyway, because then you guarantee your size, and we do often sell out of certain sizes during the conference. So if you're interested, certainly purchase it now. It's a little bit easier. You can either pay by credit card or include that when you mail in a check, either way. So we'll hit next and we'll get taken to the registration form for the group. If you've registered a group in the past, if you put in the same phone number that you used and hit recall, all of your information should come up. So here we go, all of my information came up. Just double check to make sure that it's all correct, nothing's changed since the last time you did it, and that this is the parish or group name that you're interested in. This group name is important. That's how all of your participants will know who they're going with. So when your participants are registering, they'll have to pick your group name from a drop-down list. So you want it to be something specific, something that they can't mistake for anything else. It's often the name of the parish if you're going with a parish. If it is a parish name, ideally it's great if you add on the city or town afterwards. So if there was another St. Nicholas parish attending, that way we know which one we're discussing. This is the one in Halifax. One note, it's a little bit strange, but try not to put a comma in your group name. For some reason, the registration system won't accept commas, and that will mess up your group name. So instead of St. Nicholas Parish, comma, Halifax, just write it out, no comma. So I've filled all of this in here, and I'll go down here at the bottom to next. So here we are at the payment page. You do have a few different options for payment. You can pay by credit card. As you can see, we accept Visa or MasterCard, or you can mail in a check. For local parishes from the Archdiocese of Halifax-Yarmouth, you also have the option of paying by the parish invoicing. So if you're a parish within our diocese, select the mail-in check option, and the amount will automatically be added to your monthly diocesan invoicing. Just note that that is only available for our local parishes. If you're outside of the diocese, you'll have to pay by credit card or mailing in a check. So you can either make the full payment now, if that's your preference, or the partial payment, which in this case would be $250 to $50 per person. So we'll hit process payment. If we were paying by credit card, at this point we'd be taken to a page where you'd put in your credit card number and the expiry date, and it would all be paid through our secure system. But since we're paying by mail in this case, you'll be taken to a confirmation page. So we ask that you print off this page and immediately send it to us with your check. That $250, as I said, is due now, and the balance is due on our payment deadline of June 2nd, 2017. Right here is the address that you'll be sending the payment to. Once you've registered your group, you should fairly quickly receive an automated email from the registration system. If you haven't received it within maybe 24 hours, just contact our office and we'll see what we can do for tracking that down. So this is my registration email. It'll look something like this. First of all, it confirms that your registration went through properly, so you know that that went through and you're all set. The very next thing you need to do is register yourself as a group leader. You've registered the group in your name, but if you're planning on attending yourself as a chaperone, and leading the group during the conference, you'll have to follow this link and just fill out a very similar registration form to give your personal information so we know that you're coming and we can get a room ready for you, all of those things. Then, of course, presumably you're planning on bringing more than just yourself, so these are the links that you would pass on to all of your youth participants and your chaperones and any clergy who are coming. Your youth and chaperones and the clergy, they won't have to make any payments themselves through our system. You as the group leader will be handling all of the payments. So you'll get your participants to pay you and then you'll pay us at the conference. That way we don't have to deal with as many transactions and it makes things a little more streamlined for everyone. So when your youth go, when they fill out their registration form, there won't be any payment. Just remind the parents of this because sometimes it does get confusing where their payment would be directed, that it goes to you as the group leader. Also important to make sure all of your participants know your group name. In their registration form, they'll be asked to select the group name using a drop-down box. If any of your youth or their parents are having trouble registering, just direct them to one of our training videos. We do have a training video on how to register as a youth participant on our site, and that should answer any of their questions. Down below that, you'll see information here on how to log on to our group leader system to manage your group. I won't get into that now, but we do have a separate training video on that as well that you can watch through our site to answer questions on that. Down here, you'll just see your transaction details and the payment for your records. And of course, at the bottom, our contact information. If you have any questions, any problems, please don't hesitate to send us an email at steubenville@halifaxyarmouth.org or give us a call at 902-429-9800 extension 311. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for registering and for watching the video, and we look forward to seeing you this summer.